Good day to everybody from Park Delta Bay. It's another beautiful day here. I'm showing you the sky. I think it's 64 degrees. There's Angel's Haven. You'll be really quiet so you can hear the crows. So here we are in Park Delta Bay. I told a friend of mine that I'd go for a walk today and take you all with me. As you can see, the big tiny house that was next to me is gone. The RV that's there now is a long-term parker, Paul and his wife. I'm glad to have them next to me. There's another tiny house down there. So this side of the park where I am is the high side, and the goal is to have any new tiny house that comes to the park situated on this side of the park. So I am going to walk down a ways to probably get the mail, but I'm going to take you with me. I'm using a walking stick. There you can see it, because I don't want to fall. And I might stop once in a while to show you the beautiful area where I live. A lot of people said to me when I told them that I was going tiny, "Oh, please don't tell me you were going to live in a trailer park." Well, I guess I do live in a trailer park, but it's beautiful and it has a lot of lovely trees. As you know from other videos, the river is right up there. What you see in front of you is the top roof of the marina. This particular park is very large, very spacious, and in my opinion, very well maintained. That tiny house is adorable. Every time I see it, I think that. So you see, that tiny house has a more traditional roof. The reason I went with a slanted roof was in part the thought of putting solar panels on top of it. Wow, those crows are loud. But in part because that way I have a high side and a low side. I can stand up in my riding loft. I don't know, there are some building design choices that I might do differently. But anyway, we're not talking about building today, we're talking about where I live. Every time I stop to rest, I'll just show you around. There are, I think, 65 long-term parkers here. And as you can see, they're parked in everything from pop-up campers to tiny houses and everything in between. Gosh, the crows are just amazing, aren't they? The park has its own cabins. I've stayed in one of those, and they're really nice. They call them cabins, but there's one up ahead. I don't know if you can see it. That's actually one of the bigger ones. We're going to pass that. I'll show it to you a little closer. So I am parked on the high side because, as I've mentioned in other videos, there is a creek that runs in between the high side and the low side. And for long-term parking, the high side is better. So there are two of the park cabins. I actually have not stayed in those. Those are really, I think, considered tiny houses. The cabins at the other end are a little smaller. So there are two more tiny houses down there. When I came here, I wanted to park down there. And the owner said she thought, or the manager, Kim, said she thought that would be too wet in the spring. And yet there are two tiny houses parked there. So I don't know, maybe they addressed that issue. I do like where I'm parked. So there is, you can see up there the marina and parking for the marina. Out in that direction is 12 East. We're basically on an island. We are on an island. And about a 5.5 mile loop around the island. Brandon Island Road. It is about 65 here and beautiful and sunny. And I'm taking the shortcut to the office to get the mail. So there you see the tennis courts and swimming pool, which are pretty much available to anyone that camps or lives in the park. You can see how lush and beautiful and green it is on the grass. The trees are, of course, are in winter. But spring comes earlier here than it does in Missouri. I'm looking forward to that. And up ahead you see a camper on the way to, oh, actually that's a resident now that I see. There, what I was going to say was there's an off-leash dog run up here. Hi, how are you?
How have you traveled then?
What?
How are you traveling?
Good. I spent a week in Missouri,
Yeah.
and then I went to the ocean for a couple days.
Oh, lovely. Where'd you go to the ocean?
Here, let me turn this off.
What's that?